So, I take this privilege to welcome you all here on this day when Dr. Gobind Rawat, he is a physician from Nepal. He is working in a government setup. So, he had joined our institute Smasti for doing upper and lower GI endoscopy course. And as I just talked to him, so he told me that, he is working in one of the peripheral hospitals in Nepal. And they don't have any qualified gastroenterologist over there. And they have got a endoscope is available over there, the upper GI endoscope. And he has been given this responsibility to maybe learn and then to do the endoscopy on the patients. So previously also probably he was doing endoscopy, but then he joined this course to improve his skills so that he can do it with the more precision, and it can be more useful to his patients. So towards that end, so I think in the last 5 days, of course the working days were only 4, but he was with us for 5 or 6 days rather. There was one Sunday and one Republic Day off also. So he has after spending 6 days, and I hope that he must have gathered enough skills which will enable him to go back and start doing endoscopy. And from my side and from entire Smasti team and our department of upper and lower GI endoscopy, we wish you best of luck. Okay, and we wish that you go back and you with whatever objective you had come. So I hope that you must have fulfilled those objectives and you become our brand ambassador also. Okay, in that remote area of Nepal. So congratulations, okay, once again. So I'll now invite Dr. Gobind Rawat to the dais to share, his experience of this training. So what were his experiences? So then please come to the dais, introduce yourself and place from which you belong, the place where you work, and give a short feedback, okay? So please come to the dais, Dr. Rawat. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you, sir. Thank you so much for accepting me for the short endoscopy course. And I am Dr. Gobind Rawat from Nepal. I am currently working in Bhutan Hospital. It is a government hospital, 75-bedded hospital. And I am posted there since last 5 months as a contract between government and myself for the scholarship in the MD course. So in my hospital, there is an endoscopy, and I'm interested to pursue the gastroenterology later in the DM. And as there is endoscopy, and myself being very much interested in that aspect, and actually I have shortlisted my thesis topic in endoscopy, that is comparison between the upper gastrointestinal bleeding from the varices and from the peptic ulcer. So my topic was that, and as I want to pursue my further career in that gastroenterology, then I wanted to harness my skill of endoscopy. So I applied for here, and I'm coming here. And before coming here, Smasti sir, we have talked a bit, and Rohi, what's her name? Sunil. Renu. Yeah. And then Sunil. Sunil was with me all the time to take me to the hospital and to drop me, and for everything, including the lunch and those things also. He was very helpful. And Majid sir and Renu, they are also very helpful. And I got chance to work with Dr. Tarun and Dr. Pius, and they were very helpful. And I have got some hands on those trainings. So I am very much satisfied with the course. As it is short, maybe it is not enough for me to do the colonoscopy. However, I think that I can do endoscopy by harnessing further skills, and I will be able to do that in hospital. And I will be proud if I can do that, because it is a periphery hospital, and if I refer the case for endoscopy to another hospital, it will take at least 5 to 6 hours to reach over there. So that will save the money and also the time for the patients. Thank you for the opportunity, and thank you to all.
Thank you very much, Dr. Gobind Rawat. Yes, it's a short duration course. Basically, we call it as an orientation course. Like, as you plan to, further your career in endoscopy. So then later on you can come and join, longer duration course like for 2 weeks, 1 month, or you can do a master training course of 3 months or 6 months, okay? So during that time, I think you'll be given much more hands-on because you will be here for, more number of days, okay? So I wish you best of luck, in your future prospects, in joining the endoscopy course. So before, doing the certification, so I'll request Dr. Tarun to come to the dais and please give, some words of encouragement and maybe a few final tips to Dr. Gobind Rawat, So how safely he has to work, in the periphery. So when he has to, maybe do it all alone without the supervision of any senior person. So what, safety measures, safety precautions, okay, he must, I think about before doing the endoscopy procedures. So Dr. Tarun, please come to the dais.
Thanks to Dr. Chauhan for giving me this opportunity. And Govind, I must compliment you on your efforts as well as your willingness to serve your community. I think that's very appreciable. Your idea is to serve your community. That is much more appreciable to us. If we are able to extend any kind of help so that the general public in your area is benefited, I think that would be cherry on top to what we are already teaching you. So your idea to go out there and work in a government setup and provide endoscopy services to patients who are living in a far off places, I think that's commendable. We are always happy to extend any kind of help by phone or by any kind of means that you wish to communicate. And whenever you wish to come to Delhi in future also, we are available so that in case of any problem you face, or in case of any guidance, in case of any help, like we can provide sitting in Delhi, I think we are always happy to help you. This was a short course, just a primer for endoscopy and colonoscopy. You, as we have already discussed, you are more interested in diagnostic part only, or not going to be doing therapeutic part. But I suggest basic biopsy taking, band ligation, those are the things that you can easily do with just by simple diagnostic skills only. You don't need any add-on skills for that. Advanced therapeutic endoscopy, that's a different issue to be taken up later when you pursue it, as you are planning to pursue DM in future. So I think that we can pursue that in future. For this thing, my biggest tip for you to do any kind of endoscopy is just always falls for the why are you doing it? What is the indication for doing it? Initially, you may think of liberally, I couldn't do in this patient. I always tell to all the intervention is always safe when it is done in a patient who needs it. So always look for people who need the procedure rather than doing it randomly in all the patient. As it sometimes while working in the private sector, the mindset is like that. I suggest people to stay away from that kind of a thing. And you have a basic idea about upper GI endoscopy. I think you should be able to do it. So, and after this certification, I hope that you start it as early as possible. And in case of any problem, just give us we are free to call us anytime. Thank you. I invite back here, Dr.
Thank you very much, Dr. Tarun, for your advice to Dr. Rawat. So I will also request our Director of Smasti, Dr. Alka Jain, to please come to the dais and say some few words of encouragement to Dr. Rawat. Please come.
Okay, Dr. Rawat, I think all of us here at SNH and Smasti, we all wish you all the best in your future endeavors. And of course, we are always there to be of help if any kind, whatever is required. And thank you for coming. So it is very appreciable that you made the effort to come over here. Thank you.
So thank you very much, ma'am, for the encouraging words. So I may also tell Dr. Rawat that, whatever you're doing or learning, there is a whole team is behind that. Okay, our HR department, our Smasti team, okay, our OT staff, Mr. Narayan, who probably is busy in the OT. So they all make it possible, this course. So my thanks to all of them. So now I will request Dr. Tarun and Dr. Alka to come in front of the dais so that we can hand over the course completion certificate to Dr. Rawat. Please come.